welcome to a very special interview with a very special person. And I have to put this on record. Each one of us talk about process. Each one of us talk about hard work. Each one of us ultimately we stand for the kind of resilience we kind of give the world or show. In this case, Karun Nair has been an absolute inspiration. Look at what he has done in the last few years. Who had given him an opportunity or a chance a year and a half back to make the Indian team to England? No one. At least I did not. He believed and he got it done. The process, we keep saying these words and drop these words, process and hard work and effort and all of that. This man embodies that. And that is what on Independence Day I would want to celebrate. Karun, firstly, well done, great work, but give me a
Thank you.
sense of this backstage, the boring and the mundane, every single day of training, which got you back for England, which got you back to where you are now. That's what we need to understand and celebrate today. Thank you for your time, and please take me backstage.
Thank you. I wouldn't say it's only the last 2 years. I think it's the last 4 to 5 years of hard work, and it was the last 2 years have just been results of those years of practice and patience and going each and every day, be it for fitness or for practicing my skills. So really grateful to the last few years that I've had, and um, it was all about never giving up on that dream of playing for India again, and waking up each morning thinking, how am I going to make it, and what am I supposed to be doing now to go there. And it's something that I don't think I can express in too many words. As what I was thinking back then was just every morning when I woke up, I had this feeling of I want to get back there, but I can see where I want to go, but I can't see anything else. It was just about um, um, taking it one day at a time and just doing everything that I could, telling myself that give it everything that you can, and then hopefully you reach your goal. And there was no particular path that I had in mind, or there was no clear direction. There was nothing. It was just about going out there and putting in my efforts and taking it one day at a time. And that's probably what helped me of not looking too far ahead, taking it one day and taking it one match at a time, and making sure that I perform in each and every game that I play. It doesn't matter which game I was playing.
Self doubt. All of us have self doubt at any point.
Yeah, of course. I would be lying if I said I didn't have self-doubt. Like I said, I could see where I wanted to reach, but I didn't know how am I supposed to be getting there. It was just about believing that I would get there, and making sure that I keep doing the small processes in between to try and achieve that. Every single day, waking up in the morning and going to the gym, and then um, then driving an hour and a half for practice. It was something that when I look back upon, I'm really grateful to what I did, and really grateful for all the people that stood by me in those times to help me get back to where I am.
And one thing is to make the team, Karun. The other thing is to step out for India once again, wearing the tricolour at Headingley. Can you take us back when it happened, when you walked out to bat, or when you were told that you're part of the team? What it meant to you to be standing together when the national anthem was played?
Yeah, it was a moment of goosebumps. I can still feel those goosebumps when I talk about it. That was something that I dreamt about, or you can say manifested a year ago, that I would be standing there with the whites on, just picturing myself singing the national anthem, and to actually be there and doing that was something I don't know, like you cannot explain. So when you've seen something in your head and then it actually happens, it is an amazing feeling. And um you know um just a grateful feeling. And when it took a couple of days for me to get batting, so it was a long wait for me to go out there. But when the time did come, it was finally the feeling of now this is your stage and you've made it back, and now it's for you to go out there and grab it.
And before I come to the batting and all of that, you know, and all of us were there, at the team of 8 or 9 of us from Revsportz were there. We would see you at every session, whether it is what rain day in Manchester, when you guys trained inside in that indoor coaching facility, I saw Karun Nair. Whether it was Lords, whether it was Headingley, whether it was any place. And there you would do your throwdowns, you would do the batting against spin, the batting against pace, and then after everything, you would come and do 6 or 7 laps. Just get us, make us understand this intense training schedule, and day in day out. That is what matters for me. Results will come, but that is the process. Just give me a sense of this whole discipline and rigor and your training schedule.
Like I said, it has been my process in the last few years, and this was just a continuation. I didn't want to stop doing what I had been doing earlier, and I just wanted to do everything that I could, and enjoy each and every day that I was out there. Not many people get the opportunity to play for their countries, and I didn't want to leave any stone unturned to go out there and give it my best. And I wanted to prepare well and prepare as well as I can, and give myself the best opportunity to do well. So I just took every day as it came, and didn't think of missing any practice sessions. My thought process was, I'm going for every single practice session. It doesn't matter what happens, and just doing my work. And like you said, focusing on what's in my control, and doing the things that have helped me come to that stage, and not change anything, and bat as much as I could, and train as well as I could.
I'll come back to the batting, but before that, the last test, second innings, first ball, broken finger. We've celebrated Chris Wokes, we've celebrated Rishabh Pant. Not much has been said about it. Those 19 runs we won by 6, and those partnerships broken. And the last day you were still at the ground taking those laps, being there as part of the team. Tell me about braving pain, batting with a broken finger, and doing the job for India. How tough was it? Did you at any point in time feel, what, it could be a broken this thing? Should I bat? Should I not? Am I risking myself? Give me a sense of what was going on in your mind.
Yeah, I think throughout the series there was a lot of people who put their hands up, and Rishabh set the bar so high that in the fourth test match he went out with a broken foot, and scored a 50. So he inspired so many of us in the dressing room to show the kind of player he is, and the kind of person he is, putting team first always. So it was really easy for me to, I knew that something had happened when it struck, and it wasn't quite normal. And but the only thing in my head was what Gauti Bhai had kept telling me earlier is, it doesn't matter how many runs you score, it's about those partnerships that you can create. And at the end of the day, those partnerships are going to take us to the win on a tricky wicket. It's not about individual scores. And I was just out there looking to do my best and score as many runs as I can, but more importantly, create those partnerships, and playing out those difficult periods.
Can you tell me about the impact of Gautam? Because, Gautam has always embodied fight, and that's what I saw in you. I mean, Gautam as head coach, again, not about individual efforts, but has always said collective, collective, collective. The Gautam Gambhir impact on the dressing room.
I think from day one, the whole messaging has been about putting the team first, and putting all your efforts into the team winning a series that everyone look forward to beating England in England. I think that was the whole goal of the series, that we have to try and do something special as a team over here, and not many people get that kind of opportunity. So it was really inspiring from him, from day one itself, that he said that we are a team that could come out here and do something special in England. And everyone really bought into that, and everyone, as the test matches went by, you could see the never give up attitude in our team, and that really coming to the fore. And he's honestly, throughout the series, he was someone who gave a lot of encouragement and support to each and every player. I can talk for myself that he really gave me the encouragement and the confidence to go out there and give it my best, and just go out there. And the whole focus was on me going out there and playing the way I know to play, and giving my best for the team in any situation that I was in.
One thing where both teams, I think, could have done better is slip catching. I mean, if you see India at Leeds, if you see England at the Oval, if you see us at Headingley, we've dropped quite a few. England has dropped quite a few. You were standout. That's a specialized drill. We saw you spend hours, taking those catches. Also in the match situations, you replicated that safest hands. Can you take us a little bit there? I mean, how much training does that require? What does it require to continuously stay focused, especially when teams are scoring 500? So it's not as if catches are coming every ball. You've got to wait for hours and hours and hours for that one catch to come. But in your case, that intense concentration was there.
I think honestly, England, like you said, is a tough place to catch. If both teams are dropping a few catches, that means there's other factors involved as well. So it has been a really tough series to sight the ball sometimes and get your hands in the right positions, because you're that point 1 second late on sighting the ball, it all makes the difference. So for us, while practicing, it was about recreating those situations and recreating those backgrounds where the ball can come from. And it was about focusing on how you can react when you probably don't see the ball as well. And I've always been someone who has worked on my catching and been in the slips throughout my career, and it's something that comes naturally to me. And I haven't done anything different to what I do usually. It was just about taking those catches and feeling good in the position that you are. And I was really grateful that I could get that first slip position, something that I've done over the years. And I didn't have to change too much in what I am used to be doing. And really grateful to Shubman also to be letting me stand there. And because before the series I did have a word with him, and I requested him that if I could stand there. And he himself put himself at third slip, and he let me do the first slip duties, which was really nice of him. And then after that, it was for me to show him the or repay the faith that he had in me in letting me do that first slip duty.
57 stood out because a team we were struggling, green conditions, overcast, tough conditions to bat, ball moving. That 57 actually had a huge impact in winning us that final test.
Yeah, at the time I was really critical of myself, of thinking that I should have made it 100. But having reflected upon it and having a few days, I would say those 57 runs was equally really important in that first innings at the time that I went in. And the game was at a very difficult position and an important game for us on a tricky wicket, like you said. So having looked back, I think really glad that I could get those runs, those important runs for myself and for the team. I think that situation was really important to get through. And we kept losing in wickets in regular intervals. And it was like I said earlier, my whole process and focus was on building those small partnerships and helping the team get to a respectable total in that first innings.
There was a photograph of you and KL which went viral. Fourth test, you and KL have been friends for life. I did not see him bat as well ever. I mean, I told him that as much, that this I think is the best I've seen KL bat. Do you want to just reflect on that picture and tell us how emotional you were, or what that picture is
I,
all about, and KL?
I think that's an AI created picture. I don't think that happened. Obviously, we were sitting in the balcony, but that picture is not real at all. I think we should stop looking at these things. And you know
A word
actually,
on
I
KL,
don't think
just
as players you can stop these things from happening. But just from my end, I don't think there's any truth in that picture. And a word on KL is, it was amazing to see the way he approached this whole series. And he looked like he came there with a plan. For an opener to get over 500 runs in England, facing the new ball day in and day out, is surely not easy. And he made it look very, very easy from the outside, at least, to us. And the kind of starts that he gave the team was amazing. Really, really happy for him. And I'm sure that he'll go on to uh, keep doing these things, recreating these starts. And he looks like a player who knows his game really well at the moment. And he's just going out there and having fun and batting the way he knows how to bat.
Last three questions, Karun. One, I can't not ask you about Siraj and that final 57 minutes. You were walking around the boundary because you had an injury, and we were seeing that. We were all tense from the press box. What was it like when you were doing those chakkars and the final 57 minutes of intensity, and a word on Mohammad Siraj?
I just wish I was on the field. I was trying to do whatever I could to help the boys out there, because I so wanted to be out there with them. A word on Siraj was, he's just an amazing person, amazing bowler who just goes out there every single time, gives his best, and doesn't worry about the results. I think that embodies him to the fullest, and he's someone who gives his heart out there for the country. And I was so happy for him that he could, in the last game, come out there um, and get those wickets. And even in the last game, not only Siraj, I think the whole bowling group, Prasid and Akash, have stood out in different games, and put their hand up and got those important wickets. Yes, the England were batting at a different tempo, but for us it was about getting those wickets, and all of them got those important wickets. And for Siraj, he just took the 5 wickets, and really happy for him. And we sat beside each other in those test matches, and really shared fun moments out off the field. And just to see the way he went about doing stuff. And he's just someone who just goes out there and gives his best, and doesn't worry about what's going to happen. He wants to do his best for the country, and he keeps at it day in and day out.
England was obviously challenging. All of us know that it would be. You went through that challenge. As you said, you worked the hardest last several years to be there. Now home season coming up. What does Karun Nair kind of look ahead to? West Indies, South Africa, home test matches, Australia next year. So plenty of home action. How are you looking at the next year and a half?
Again, just preparing myself. We have some time to get ourselves ready for the home season, and doing the same things like I said before, taking one day at a time, and making sure that I do all the stuff that has got me here. I'm not going to change anything or do something different that I've been doing over the years. Working on the same things, and trying to get better as a player, as in every aspect of the game. Keep working on it, and just staying ready for when the series comes by, and looking forward to it. Actually, I think any home season is going to be exciting, and somewhere some it's a series where you can showcase what you can do. And playing at home is always something that every Indian cricket looks forward to. And to embrace that pressure it's a different kind of pressure, and to embrace it is really important. And go out there and have fun and express yourselves.
Final question, that tweet of yours, second chance cricket, can you give me a second chance? All of us got emotional about it. We all felt you needed a chance, you deserved a chance, and it is only fair that if you're a true devotee of the sport, that the sport rewards you back, and the sport has. When you reflect back on that tweet and you've gotten a second opportunity, many don't. How do you reflect back?
I think it was just a moment of emotion. It was something that I was feeling at that time. And um, um, probably I would, those few months would probably go back as something that has helped me get through the last few years, and kept me going, thinking about the situations, and the emotions that I was running through at that time, has helped me in every situation to get me through, and to just think about where I was, and then to be where I am is something I'm really grateful for. And it keeps pushing me every single day to not relax, or not take one step back. I want to keep going forward, and just something like that. And those moments keep yourself grounded, and make sure that you keep going and following the same process every single day.
I'll end there, Karun. Always a pleasure chatting with you and speaking to you and trying to understand the mindset. And like I said, all the very best to you for every training session that you've undergone, or every little hard work that you've put in. What you are getting is much deserved. Last 5 years, every single day, beyond the media glare, beyond everything, has been the hardest work for you. And I'm so happy that cricket gods have decided to reward you for everything that you've done. Thank you very much.
Thank
You are
you.
good for
Thank
sport,
you.
Karun Nair, and you will inspire
Thank
many a young player in the future to come back and fight the hard battle. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.